Hi everyone and welcome back to Cat Talks. This is the place where I used to talk about cross stitch. Let's do that again. So it has been a long time since I filmed a video. It's been a long time since I cross stitched. I have no excuses. I've been very busy. So I don't remember if I showed you this in my last vlog, but this was my birthday start back in April. This is a matted accents piece by Designer Dimensions. You can tell I'm out of practice. And this is called Springtime Nest. So all of this is a sort of cardboard cutout that you put on top of your piece. And here it is. So that's not stitched. And then just the nest is stitched. So I started this back in April. It's now August. So let's see how far I got. It's August 3rd. It's August 3rd. So this is not part of it. This is a needle minder, but that is how far I am. So I think the halfway mark is roughly here. I'm still using my Velcro Patoki, which I glued together, as you'll remember from many videos ago. It's coming along very nicely. I'm backstitching as I go, as usual. There's a selection of half and full cross stitches. There aren't any blends that I remember in this piece. Maybe like one or two, but I don't believe so. No blends at all, which makes it much more relaxing. But of course you still have the dimensions habit of having about 20 stitches in an area and then nothing. However, it's all browns, or mostly browns, and I still have a lot to go, but it's looking amazing. It's no longer spring, it's almost autumn, but we'll see if I can finish this before I move back to my autumn pieces. I'm not sure. I think the fact that I forced myself to stay on this until I hit the halfway point is the reason I stopped stitching, but I am eager to get back to it. I love the colours, especially of the eggs in the middle, so we'll see how long I can stitch on this before I switch projects. It's also why I stopped filming, because I figured it was boring to see the same piece day in, day out. At least that's what Luda tells us, and she is a far more popular cross-stitch vlogger than I am, so I trust her word on that one. But yeah, I'm working my way slowly forwards on this one. I'm going to spend about an hour today, hopefully, cross-stitching. Today is Sunday. Yesterday was Pride. I had an absolutely amazing time at Pride. It's so refreshing and wholesome and like cleansing for the soul to be among my people. So I'm very happy. And now I am going to keep working on this. All right, so I hit a point now in the stitching where I had to take the nerd tube off because it was getting in the way. So as you can see in this half hour that we've been gone, I added quite a lot of pinks here. Around this flower, and I'm just now about to put it back in the frame and then start ironing. No, it needs an iron, but I'm going to start on the browns here. But annoyingly my hands are shaking, so I'm not sure what's going on, but like it's very hard to cross stitch when your hands are shaking, so it's not been this type of it's not been as much progress as I expected. Maybe because I've been doing a lot of cleaning this morning, I'm not sure. Maybe just because it's been so long. Hopefully it's not a real problem though. Hello everyone, it is the 6th of August and I just wanted to show you where I got on this one before I decided to pop it down. So I'm almost at the edge of the nest. And now I'm going to take a little break and stitch on something else. I opted for a new Mill Hill start, so I chose an autumn design because of the Floss and Felt Sal led by Christine. Any guesses on which Mill Hill it is based on these threads? There are 26 colours in total. If you guessed Canoe Ride, you would be correct. So in order to finish this by the time that I have arbitrarily selected, I need to do 160 stitches a day. That's not going to happen, but I'm going to try. And for some reason, I've decided to try and park on this one in particular. So I started in the middle right here. I worked my way up, and now I'm starting in the top left corner. And I'm parking as I go because I might be an insane person. But we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow I'm hoping to finish the first 2 squares. I'm not sure about the beads yet. I haven't decided. I probably will skip the beads and try and do 2 squares a day instead of doing 1.5 with the beads and then coming back and doing the beads after. But we'll see, because I'm gonna try and get this finished before summer ends, so it's ready to display in autumn. But we will see. At the very least, I've reached the top left corner, so we have that going for us. Hi everyone, it's Thursday the 7th of August. It is 11 p.m. and I'm off to bed to brush my teeth, but I just wanted to show you how much I had gotten done. Look at that. So that is a lot. Oh no. Ha. No. Ha. This thread is like, I don't want to show you the cross. So this is, I did it. Woo. So this is only like 16 squares from the bottom left corner. So when I have done the bottom left corner, I will have done, obviously not the beads, but all of the stitches in the first column. I will have hit 2 corners, which is so exciting. And I want to finish this before I go to the US, which will be mid-September. So I'm definitely on track for that. I also, like, there's swathes and swathes of block stitching, so I think it's actually really doable. And what I wanted to say was that this is actually also really fun. So I am having a blast stitching this with the parking method. I'm just doing my normal parking method, which is the top left of each square, typewritering top to bottom left, top left to top right, top left to bottom left, like you would read, boop, 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 boop. And parking when I don't have any more of that colour in the column. And then I will go up the next time. So I know that this is going to take up more thread, but I'm okay with that. This has been really fun so far. So I just want to keep it going, keep up the momentum. I had to wake up so early this morning and I was so like tired, and like there was something to fix first thing, like be intelligent about, and I was just not there for it. But so what I wanted to do was cross stitch before work, but I did not get that opportunity. But I did manage to cross stitch from pretty much the time I finished work onwards, so I managed to do all of this, I think, today, or most of it today, I think maybe from here. So that's really exciting, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm just in such a flow state. I should have had a new start ages ago, or like at least changed up what I was stitching, I think. But it looks amazing. I'm so happy with this cover photo. The top left really reminds me of my Pain-Free Crafts piece, which is all oranges, greens, yellows and blues. But that's just a fun fact, because it's an autumn tree in the top left of that piece as well. But yes, so that's where I'm at. I'm still torn on whether to do the beads as I go. I'll definitely do the back stitching as I go, but the, this is what my desk looks like, but the back stitching, there's so little of it. Like if you look at this picture, there's a little around the boat oar, there's a little in the hills, and that's it. I don't think there's any in the trees. There's none on the boat, except for in the wood panel, the middle wooden panel. So, I'm sorry I'm shaking, I don't know why. But yes, so I'm gonna try and finish this column tomorrow, or even possibly tonight. No, I need to go to bed tomorrow. I'll definitely finish it tomorrow. And then maybe do the beading. It'll be fun, I think. I just need to sort the beads, but it could be fun. It could be really fun, actually. We'll see. I've never beaded as I go before with a mill hill. No, I have, Maybe I did with the Grow Strong one, actually. And it wasn't a problem, but there was no backstitch at all on that one. Except for the words. I'm rambling because I'm exhausted, so I'm going to let you go. But I'm very impressed with my project, with my progress so far. Very impressed. It looks very grey in real life as well. And it's supposed to be grey-green, so like hopefully I have the right colours. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, the sky is going to be very green.
Maybe I should double check that before I go much further. Like, it's very grey. Yeah, I think I'll double check these colours because they should be green and grassy. But other than that, it's looking great. It is now Sunday the 10th of August and I managed to hit the bottom left corner, which is so exciting. So we're now moving on to coming up the second column. As you can see, I chose not to add any beads yet, but I probably will. I'm just working on all of this square is this colour, which is super easy. But then it does get back into a bit more of a blended situation. It has been really fun to work on so far, and I'm not sure what the back will look like with parking on a mill hill, of all things, but I am really enjoying it. It's making it feel very fast for some reason, so I'm not getting as lost. So perhaps with the mill hills, they're just the right size of full coverage for me to switch over from cross-country to block by block parking. We'll see. All right, so it is now August 12th. It is a Tuesday, so Sunday and Monday I managed to stitch another eye up the water and back, oh, getting all unsteady, up the water and back into the groundwork here. As you can see, so I've got this tree, this brown, grey, green hill to do, and then some more tree up there. And I need to get a shuffle on because I am a couple pieces behind now. So for my end of the week goal, I want to be just touching this bow here, like so to finish the third column, which will be 3/8 complete, I believe. So if I finish up here, that's a quarter. Then of course this is the halfway point here. Still really enjoying this piece. It is a delight to stitch, honestly. And for some really weird reason, the parking is working. So I'm gonna just keep that up. But I can't stitch right now. I really want to, but I have to go work. Ooh. But I would much rather be stitching. It is late on Tuesday night. It's about 1:45 midnight, so I'm definitely heading to bed soon, but I just want to show you my progress so far. I did manage to finish pretty much all of the hill as I had intended. I mean, it would have been nice to do a bit more of the tree, but you win some, you lose some, and I worked quite late today. I worked until 6:15. I picked up a parcel at 7:15. It took about an hour to pick it up, and then I came home and I stitched for 20 minutes, and then I had to do chores. So, but let me tell you, my living room is clean. My laundry is done. I've put away a bunch of stuff. I've journaled for like an hour, so hopefully this means that tomorrow I'm not leaving the house to exercise, no more cycling, so hopefully tomorrow I have a little bit more time. But I mean, honestly, like, this is such a joy to stitch. I know I keep saying that, but it really is, so I'm looking forward to putting a little bit more time and energy into it tomorrow. Now it is the end of Wednesday, or if we're being completely honest, it's actually the beginning of Thursday. And as you can see, I've hit the trees again. I also found that this orange part here, I had done in green, so I had to unpick that. It was very easy though, it was just those 3 stitches and make sure that I'd done them in orange this time. But the rest is looking fantastic. I did it in this green. I don't know how that happened, but yes, so tomorrow is Thursday. I have no plans after work because my friend cancelled on me. We were supposed to cycle to the mall. Well, he didn't cancel. He rescheduled to Thursday. So I think honestly, like, I might be able to finish these 2 blocks by the end of tomorrow, which leaves me with only 7.5 blocks to do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is maybe doable, because my goal, as I said, is to get back down here. And I am behind quite significantly, but the water is super like blocky, so that should be fine. I just need to, oh, and there's some sky in the top as well, so fingers crossed that it is doable. I'm not so sure, but it is now 1 AM. I have all of the energy in the world, so I really need to go and calm down so I can sleep. And yeah, I'm just very happy right now. I was very sad earlier, but communication for the win, and I went for a nice walk in the nighttime, and now I feel much better. So yes, I am going to continue working on this tomorrow. I really just want to sit and stitch right now for the rest of the day, but I am aware that would be irresponsible because I do have to work tomorrow and get things done and continue smashing it. So All right. It is still Thursday, it is Thursday, 14th of August. The weather outside is beautiful. I enjoyed it. I sat along the river with some friends, and now I can show you that I finished the second column. So the second column is complete. Look at those trees. Of course, there are a lot of beads here, so when I say complete, it's complete without beads, but coming soon. I think once I hit the halfway point, once I've finished half the piece, I will go back and put the beads in. I think I've said that already. A few times probably, but that's been my decision so far. It's gorgeous. But if I take this away, it'll stop blurring my trees. It's absolutely gorgeous, so. Yep, so on my third column going down now. And continuing to park because it's working wonders for me. That's everything. It is 2:23 a.m. on Saturday the 16th of August, but it does look like I'm going to be achieving my goal of finishing up this third column down here. As you can see, I've managed to touch the very purple sky, which is looking very cute, and done some green bushes, and I think I've managed to avoid most counting errors, but I have noticed myself making a lot of counting errors in the last half an hour. Ooh, so I'm gonna go to bed. But it's looking so good. I love this bush. That goes into the distance there. And I don't know, it just looks really good. Team. If I get to the bottom, here, and up again, I will be over halfway. So this is like a quarter of the way. Even with the missing beads, which I'm going to start adding, as I said, when I get to the top of the next column, because that will give me a really good, like, you can see here, the trees sort of stop halfway, so it's a really good, like, stopping point for the orange beads. But yeah, very exciting. All right, so it is Saturday, the 16th of August. It is 10:49 p.m. and let's see if we have managed to do any stitching today. Dun dun dun. That's right, I achieved my goal for the week, which was to get to the bottom of this column here. It is now, I've gotten to it, and I've even started stitching the next section. I put this thread on the needle and I was about to start stitching, and I was like, no, I have to wash my face and go to bed. I cannot be up at 3 a.m. again today. But I am really still enjoying the parking method on this piece. It is looking so good. Now I'm into the sky, so I have all of these beautiful purples to work with. And then, like I said before, once I finish this column, I'm going to go back and do a bunch of beading and make sure that I put all of these, like, not finished threads into the right place so that you don't have this problem still. And yeah, I'm just surprised that I managed to get this far with it. I'm really impressed with myself. I'm not sure you're going to believe that it's actually still Sunday, August 17th. Or still, but only because I managed to do almost, I think I did all of this today and some of this. That paddle looks, or the oar looks amazing. I'm so happy with this piece. I'm just chugging along so nicely. Yes, and like I said before, hopefully I will hit the top Monday or Tuesday of next week. I'm working pretty hard though, so we'll see. But once I hit the top, I'll take it off, put all of these away properly, tuck them away, and then do the beading, I think. But yes, I'm really loving how the water looks, how the oar looks. It's going to look amazing once the back stitching's in. Goes here. Oh yeah. And also with this, with the how many threads I'm parking, I realized I have I developed the method I wanted to use parking like today, which is carrying the threads from left to right and going stitching top to bottom in a square. I think would make the most sense. And then as soon as it's like 10 squares away, just starting a new color, a new thread. Sorry, but. Well, I got there eventually. It just took a while. I mean, here you can see I've got a dark brown here and a dark brown here. These are the same color, but because they're in a line, I figured, like, why would I travel all of that distance, you know? Oh, it looks so good. Yeah, I'm very happy with it, but hopefully I will keep the same enthusiasm today. I went on a lovely bike ride today and saw the first touches of orange in the trees, and it made me desperate to get out Wreath of All Seasons, which is crazy because I have not worked on that piece for over a year, I think. But I'm going to try and stick with this one. As I said, this is like, I gave myself a deadline at the end of the month, so I'm actually doing pretty good on that. So hopefully I'll be able to keep going and hit my deadline, hit my goal. It's not really a deadline, it's a goal. Especially as it's the end of my last 12-week year today. So I'm going to retro that on Tuesday. I normally do it on the Monday after, but I'm literally going into the office to run an after work event. So I'm going to be really busy tomorrow. I might have time, but I doubt it. But my plan is to really like do my best to hit that sweet spot and come home and stitch all Tuesday. No, I'm joking. After work though, I'm going for a massage and then I'll be stitching on Tuesday for sure. So apparently when I have a goal because I have hit halfway. I have, as I said, as I promised, taken it out of the frame and just tidied away all of those extra little bits and pieces that were hanging off. So all of these are just now part threads. I braided them to make getting the frame on and off again a bit easier. And now I'm going to sort the beads. Well, now I'm going to bed because it's midnight on Tuesday the 19th of August. But tomorrow I'm going to sort the beads and I'm going to do the beads in this half. So just make sure that I get that done and looking pretty. And I'm going to start with these two because these two are the most irritating beads. And then go from there. It's going to look very shiny and I'm very excited. So I have a plan. Let me go get the piece of paper. So my stupidly ambitious goal for this week is to get up to the top of the boat again. So to come all the way down here and then up enough that I cover the boat. So I won't touch the trees very much in the top right, but I will have done all the beads in the left half and then I will be quite a lot done, like 3/4 of the way done with the stitching, if I manage to make my goal, which will require at least 200 stitches a day and 300 on the weekends, which isn't necessarily possible, but I'm going to do my best. It's surprisingly fast actually. It's been going really, really fast, which has been really nice. I wasn't expecting it to go this fast, so yay! I don't know why it keeps like blurring out the trees. There we go. Hello again. As you can see, we've got the tacky bob open, and that's because we have in fact started beading. In fact, we finished beading the left half. It is Thursday the 21st of April. It's midnight. I'm going to bed. So it's actually technically Wednesday, but, well, it's technically Thursday, but in my heart it's Wednesday. But as you can see, I have done all of the border beads. I have done all of the tree beads. I've done the sun. I've done these bushes. Like, it is looking fabulous. The only thing left to do is the back stitch. There is some down here, but there is mostly here in the oar. So I'm waiting until I finish this boat, which you can sort of see coming into shape just there. Because all of the back stitch pretty much is in the rocks and the oar. So there's some more rocks up here. Oops. There's quite a lot of back stitch, or there's a little back stitch in the boat here, and then you're done with back stitch, like there's barely any. So I'm going to wait with that until I finish the boat cross stitching and maybe even beading, I'm not sure yet, but it is looking fabulous. I keep making the mistake of putting thread on the needle for tomorrow, and then continuing stitching, which is why I've got these extra stitches here. But I've managed to put it down now because I do in fact have a little interview tomorrow. I want to be fresh, other than I was today at least, so. Yeah, looking good. So let's see. Today is Thursday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think that the front of the boat might be escaping us a little bit, but if I do 2.5 a day, I should be able to make it. So we'll see if I make it or not. It looks so good. I love it so much. Like, it just looks amazing. So yeah, I might add the fish. I was debating adding the fish earlier today. A speckled trout. And I think I will do it when I hit that floss colour for stitches, so that I can just carry on the thread once I hit it. After I've attached the beautiful little fish, but here he is. He looks very sad. Alright, it is Sunday the 24th of August, and as you can see, progress did stall a little bit. I didn't stitch on Thursday, Friday or Saturday, but today I managed to bring it all the way down here, which I'm very impressed with myself about. Yes, this was all in one day. You can see the trees are just starting to peek in, and this is where the boat will go here, so I'm very impressed with myself, and I'm just going to clean up these stitches up here, which are mostly in this blue and this orange, and then get started on the boat. Now my goal was to get up to here. That's definitely not going to happen, but I think if I just start the top of the boat, technically that is the goal that I set myself, to start the top of the boat, so I might take that as a win anyway. But yes, I'm really still enjoying this piece. I was just busy. On Thursday I cycled for exercise, and then I was really exhausted when I got home. On Friday, I went to the theatre/cinema. It was a live streamed performance of a play. And on Saturday, I went out with a friend. We did a lovely hike and we saw lots of beautiful scenery. So today was the first day I was home all day, well, except for the shops. So I've been cleaning everything I can see and, of course, stitching in between then. Alright, so it is still, well, it's now Monday 1 AM, but I didn't stitch since Sunday, so this is my progress for Sunday. I managed to do almost the entire column. Isn't that crazy? I feel so proud of myself. That's my chart over there, the yellow highlighted thing. But look how much stitching I've done. Like, I actually did manage to do the top of the boat, so technically, I mean, it's not fully done, but the stitches are there, so technically totally managed to fulfill my goal, and I'm so proud of myself. So just 2 more weekend days, Saturday and Sunday, and like I could have this finished. I'm probably not gonna stitch the whole of Saturday and Sunday next week, but hopefully more of the days at least. So please excuse the mess on my desk. I was busy cross stitching. I did clean my bathroom and my kitchen, and I hurt myself doing it, so I just pulled a muscle in my arm. It's no big deal, you know, like wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so impressed. I hope the person I'm giving this to appreciates how much hard work and effort went into it. I'm sure they will, but yay. Hello everyone. So it is 11 PM on Monday the 25th of August, and I have finally finished the boat. So I think here, this line, this one last blue stitch here is the last square that I needed to finish. The last stitch I need to finish for this square, and then we're moving into this square now. So technically, this was my goal for today, underneath that blue stitch, but it was a very ambitious goal. I hit it, but it was a very ambitious goal. But now I'm going to go to bed. I intend on doing 2 squares a day. So hopefully tomorrow I will have started the trunk of this tree in dark brown. And you can see, I don't know if I said this earlier or if I just text Morgan and Chris, but I actually did manage to hit the bottom right corner, which is so exciting. And I actually genuinely think if I push myself this week, I can finish this in a month. So I'm going to really push myself, like really push myself, and see if I can get it done. It is roughly 3/4 of the way done, I think. So that's really exciting. If we don't count beads, and it's halfway done with beads, so yay. I'm so happy. It's so pretty. I'm lucky that there was a lot of block stitching in these 2 squares but yes, you can see that I'm almost finished with the stripe down here. There's just maybe 10 stitches left between here and here, so almost done there, almost done here. Like everything's parked, ready to go, except for the green. I ran out of green. And I love it. I hope the recipient will love it as much as I do. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, but yeah, I think it's gorgeous. So I just need to go to bed. But yeah, so for block stitching, there is only like a little strip here and a little strip here, and the rest will be confetti like this was. So that might slow me down a little bit, but it is the weekend when I hit the big confetti tree. So hopefully that will save me a little bit. And you can see that the mugs are gone now. So tomorrow morning before work, I'm hoping to do a couple of stitches here and there, and then after work I will be zooming along. I'm going out with friends for dinner, but other than that I'll be zooming stitching along, so yay! Hi everyone, it is Friday the 29th of August. It is 10 p.m. I have just finished work and done the laundry. That's all I've done, literally. I finished work at 9:30. So I'm just kind of working my way up this tree today. And yeah, I thought I'd show you where we are going into the weekend. So it's the start of my weekend now. I did have the stretch goal of finishing this piece before the end of the month. We'll see if I make it. That seems very ambitious now because again, it is I have 2 days. So we'll see because I'm really tired, but fingers crossed it'll all work out magically. And yeah, we'll get some beautiful, beautiful finishing today. Not today, definitely not today, but maybe by the end of the weekend. Good morning, good morning. It's actually not morning, it's 4 p.m. on Saturday. I haven't touched my stitching yet because actually I got really headachy. So I woke up this morning and I couldn't even get out of bed until 11 a.m. when I managed to go get my painkillers. And then finally at like 1 p.m. I managed to get up. So it was not a very good morning, but it's 4 p.m. I've managed to stabilize. I've had some painkillers, I've had some lunch. So I think I'm finally ready to get cross-stitching. As you can see, yesterday on the 29th of August, I managed to get down to here with the dark greens and the oranges of the tree that's just poking in from the side and end a lot of threads. I am not looking forward to taking the frame off and putting all of those ends away, but it must be done. What I'm thinking about doing is when I hit around here, I will have covered all of the back stitched areas, so I will take the frame off and just put away all of those threads, including this one which still has the beading needle attached. Then, sorry, I need to take a breath. What I'm thinking of doing is once I hit around here, I will have covered all of the areas that need back stitching completely with stitching. So what I might do then is take the frame off, put all of the first half of the threads into the back of the piece, do the back stitching, and then continue on from there. You'll notice that even the beading needle is still attached, so then I'll be able to do the beading and then I will be done. That might take a couple of days, but let us see how it goes. I decided to just bite the bullet and put all of those finished threads away, and then the first thread that I picked up is this one. It was the yellow, but you know, I thought I would have a clean start for a little bit of time. And you'll also see that I shifted everything this way just to have a little bit more margin on when I do the border, because otherwise it hits the back of the frame and it annoys me, which is not the best. It's like ergonomics, but it is still very pretty and I'm looking forward to continuing the tree. I love these dark greens, especially the ones here, so yep, I'm very happy with it. It looks amazing. So, slight problem here. You can't see it, but you can if I zoom in. I was stitching late last night and I managed to cut one of the threads that were tying off these stitches. And yeah, I'm going to be pulling them out and restitching them this morning. But it is now Sunday the 31st of August. So today was the big day for the goal. I'm going to extend that by a week for obvious reasons. But that is where we're at the start of the day. Let's see how much we can get done today. I don't have a headache. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. Life is good. Life is very good. I have my tea. I'm about to do my journal entry and then get unstitching. Boo, frogging. And voila, the stitches are removed. It is 12 noon, and as you can see, I have finished up the back stitching completely for this piece. It's all done now. And I have worked my way down all the rocks and into the water. So we're just doing some reflections, just about to do some reflections with the greens here. And then it's all water and boat, all the way down. Like there's 3 colours in the boat. This strip, which is of course 3 colours, or 4 colours, sorry, and then the water. So it's totally possible to finish all the stitching today. It's only, as I said, 12 noon on Sunday the 31st of August, so not sure about the beading still, but definitely the stitching is completely possible today. It's about another 100, 200, 300 stitches or so. Hi everyone, it is almost midnight on August the 31st. I am 1 colour away from finishing. all of the stitches on this piece. But I've just spent the last 2 hours in bed because I can't get warm. I'm a little bit worried I have a cold or fever. So I don't have a temperature, but I also took a lot of ibuprofen today, so I don't think it really counts. But I'm going to finish the cross stitching on this half if it kills me, which hopefully it won't. Go and brush my teeth and then go to bed. So I will have actually finished all of the cross stitches in a month. And then tomorrow I only have the beading to do. Hopefully I have the energy to do that after work. I'm determined not to get sick. I really don't want to get sick. So I took some vitamin C. I'm taking it easy. I wrapped up warm, like I've put big thick trousers on and a big thick jumper, and I've got my heater, so just turned it off to film. But and that's what this is. This is my hot water bottle. This was a glass of electrolytes. This is the threads that I've cut off as I've been stitching. Not so exciting. And this is a bowl of peanuts that I was using to try and tempt myself into eating because I was feeling so very nauseous, but I failed. All right, I'm gonna do that colour before midnight tolls. Ta-da! Just the beads left to go and the fish. It is 10 past midnight, so I almost made it. But if you want to see the back, here it is. As you can see, the parking method is a lot more messy in the confetti areas than in the block stitching. But I have to admit, it is gorgeous. It's looking amazing. I can't wait to finish it off tomorrow, but definitely not tonight. I am struggling. Oh, and I just thought I'd show you that since it was off the frame, I put my needle minder here instead of keeping it on the piece, which I normally do when it's in the frame, because it's not really strong enough to support its own weight if it has a magnet attached to it, or support the weight of the magnet, I suppose. All right, so I have next to no battery left, but it is the 3rd of September at 10 past midnight, and I just wanted to show you how far I am. That's right, it is finished! I could not be more excited about this finish. I feel like I did an amazing job. It looks incredible. Yeah, I'm just really excited about it. I love the beadwork, especially the trees. I just adore the trees. They look so autumnal. The water looks amazing. Like, everything is so beautiful. So the pros and cons of parking. The back is messy, particularly where there is lots of confetti in the trees, especially in the first quarter when I wasn't doing confetti though. So I'm not sure how much of that is, sorry, when I wasn't doing parking. But yes, you can see sometimes I've traveled a thread when I haven't wanted to end it and I've just stitched over it. Another point is that there are points where the stitches look a little bit messy. I think here there's a messy stitch. Here there's a messy stitch. I think here as well is like I think that just comes from it being paper and it not having the same give as fabric does, because I never have this problem on my fabric pieces ever. And finally, sometimes you can see the thread through the holes, so I don't think I've left any like that. Maybe I have though. But yeah, there were definitely points where, like, until you stitch the fourth stitch that ends there, you could see, like, underneath the hole, because the hole is so big, you could see the thread that was, like, being carried. But that's fine. Like, that's just, again, perforated paper versus fabric. That happens sometimes. Beading as you go, like, because I did it half and half, was absolutely fine. It went really, really quickly. I think I finished it in about 2 hours plus an hour. So an hour for the first half, 2 for the second, because I did the whole of the boat in the second half. And the button, which I secured with about 14 different, it's like 5 stitches through. But because he kept, I don't know, he keeps moving, like he can still move. But it's kind of cute, so I'm gonna leave it. But it didn't bother me at all. Like, I wasn't catching the stitches or the back stitching on it. I did do the back stitching here after I did the beads and here before. Absolutely no problem. So I probably would do the same thing again where I do half and half. And that's it for this piece. So I wanted to turn the camera around just to say goodbye, but don't judge me and how I look, because I have tonsillitis. So I know that I'm probably not looking my freshest, and it's midnight. So if you made it this far in the video, hopefully you don't care what I look like, but I am off to bed. So all of this will be fixed in the morning. And my flowers are looking really sad as well. So I just wanted to say, I had no idea. I opened up my Saga on my phone and it's been discontinued on Android. So because they're Russian developers, they've removed them from the store, which means that my license is invalid, which I think is disgraceful because I paid money for that app. So apparently there is an APK, an Android installation package available if you go to the website. So if you have an Android phone, there is still hope. They've allowed you to kind of do some shenanigans there. But it is still available on iOS, but on Android it's completely unrecoverable unless you go into Android, into airplane mode, back up your things, and then download this APK. So just a warning to anyone else who's also not used Saga for like half a year, they actually took it off the App Store permanently and deleted everyone's licenses, which is crazy, but that did happen to me. And I wanted to share that with you because I was horrified. So that's the end of this month. Next month I will be stitching while on vacation. I'm not sure which piece I will take. I'm thinking about starting up my bird's nest again, my birthday start, because then I will have finished the second piece I started this year, this being the third. But I also might pick up my Santa, my Dimensions banner Santa, because that is also really close to a finish, and I think I could finish that in the month of September, even when I'm traveling. But again, I'm traveling, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to take with me, if it will just be, if I'm even going to stitch while I'm traveling, and if I do, like, should I take a mill hill because they're really easy to stitch on while you're traveling, you don't have to like worry about the tension on an aeroplane, or should I take Pandemic because that's only one colour? And I'm really itching right now to do a haul video, stash dive video. Again, tonsillitis, fever, be nice. A stash dive video where I go through all of my Dimensions kits, all of my Luca S, all of my Riolis, and then all of the rest, which I might actually do. I've got quite a few hanging around, so it would be really nice to go through them. It's been a while. Almost all of my collection, I would say 92% of my collection is in this country. The rest are at my old house, but that's fine. And yeah, I'm just really excited that I managed to get this finished before the due date. So, all right. Have a wonderful month, everyone. I will see you. This is going to go out a bit later because I know the person I'm going to give it to wants to watch my YouTube. I haven't given her the... like, she knows how to find it, but she was like, you have to tell me when you upload your latest video, like, I really want to support you. And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, so I'm gonna edit it all together. I'm gonna set it to publish after her birthday, and then I'm gonna give it to her for her birthday, and then it won't matter. But yeah, so I'm sorry that this vlog is late. It is for a good cause, but I will be recording my next vlog as of tomorrow. Well, later today, assuming that I don't lose my voice, because I've had a lot of ice cream today. All right, darlings, have a wonderful day, wonderful month. Be well, stay safe. Do we still say that anymore in the year of 2025? And happy stitching.